Hello, everybody, and welcome to this final matchup of the 2015 WPBA Masters from beautiful Soaring Eagle Casino in Mount Pleasant. Guy Young Kim and Jasmine Ocean ready to do battle. For those player introductions, let's go down to the floor, and our tournament director, Steve Tipton. Take it away, Steve.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to announce the finals of the 2015 WPBA 9-Ball Masters Championship from the beautiful Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort. And we want to bring the players in, the finalists, if you will. This young lady's won tournaments all over the world, 39 European championships, 9 WPBA Tour titles. If you would, Jasmine Ocean. If you would, Jasmine Ocean. Wow. And her opponent, two-time defending champion in this event. She's won world champions, U.S. Open championships. She's known as the little devil girl from Seoul, Korea, Guy Young Kim. It's Kim. Woo, Daddy.
We have no live. We have no live, Steve.
No touching, no touching. All right. I got it. Listen, guys, really get into this.
All right, here we go. We are ready for what will be, I am sure, a fantastic shootout between two of the most creative players that we have in the women's game. The inaugural Masters champion, Jasmine Ocean. You see her at the table ready to handshake with Guy Young Kim, the two-time consecutive and defending Masters champion. 3 titles between them. The other one held by the woman sitting next to me, BCA Hall of Famer and 2012 Masters champion Ava Lawrence, the striking Viking. I'm Mitch Lawrence, glad to have you with us. And it looks like it's going to be Guy Young looking closely. Did she win? Yes, she did. The lag for the opening break. It will be Guy Young Kim with that first break. A look at our road to the final, brought to us by Aramis. Siming Chen going down in sudden death in the first semi. Karen Kaur in 2 sets in the second to Guy Young Kim. And 2 are left out of the 48 that came to Mount Pleasant earlier in the week. A great week of competition here in the WPBA Classic Tour, a major event on tour. Everybody wants this title. Our 5th consecutive year of holding it here at Soaring Eagle. And as we get ready for the opening break, we'll look at the keys to this match. There they are.
I would have to say confidence for Guy Young Kim. She came off a big win there against Karen Kaur. She's firing at everything. She's playing great position. Jasmine, on the other hand, for her, I would say the break. Jasmine had a strong fighting kind of a match there, very different match with a lot of safeties. Both players are knowledgeable, but I think it'll come down if Guy Young comes out firing like that. Jasmine's going to have a hard time. Jasmine's break's working, and Guy Young's going to have to really fight hard when it's her turn at the table.
And interesting, you mentioned that the 2 different natures of the first the semifinal. The first one and then the second one. First one was Siming Chen and Jasmine. Really hard fought. The second one, Guy Young with a little bit of an easier time. And here she is, the opening break of our final match here at the 2015 WPBA Masters.
How about that break to start everything off? Is that 2 going to make it up? No. That's pretty tough. You know, you make 3 balls on the break, control the cue ball, and you have nothing on the 2, the 6 ball, very large ball right there. It looks like she's going to be pushing out. No reason to try to jump or do anything crazy. Cue ball could fly off the table and you would gain nothing. So she's going to push out. Doesn't look like that 2 ball will pass. She's looking at it, trying to figure out where the best place to be able to create something here. This is not easy.
Option, Miss Ocean.
I don't know. I would have to say go ahead and shoot this one. I would not want to be trying to play safety on this 2 ball.
Okay, that push out again. The only time you can do it, the first shot after the break. And she gives it back. Jasmine gives it right back to Guy Young, who obviously has a plan. Whenever a player pushes out, they have an idea of what they want to do, assuming they will get it back. Let's see what Guy Young had in mind. really thought that 7 was going to go. Guy Young did.
But she did get away with it a little bit because there's no open shot here for Jasmine. Guy Young knows she got away with it. Table. As you can see, the pocket, both pockets are blocked where the 2-ball cannot be pocketed. So again, I think we're going to head into a safety battle here. If it were me, I'd try to hide that cue ball behind the 9. You can just tap it, go down. Oh no, she went into the 4-ball and she's left an open shot. She's left an open shot here, thin cut on the 2-ball. It would have to be an awfully thin cut if she's going to be able to make this. Obviously, you can always play safety, but Guy Young likes to go for it if she has a chance. She could just play one rail if she's uncertain about this. Get the cue ball to the other side of the table, but no. As expected, Guy Young's going for it. Made a great shot. The fact that the 4-ball is in front of the pocket like that gave her a great opportunity to go ahead, fire at it, just end up somewhere in the middle of the table. She knew she was going to have a shot. Decisions here. Again, because with 7-ball is where it is, it's less important. You just want to get some kind of a shot at the 6-ball here. Pretty much no matter where she is. As long as she's not too far. No, that's perfect. Perfect, perfect. All right, just pick your spot. She doesn't want to be straight in on this 7-ball. She wants a little bit of an angle so she can come across table for the 8.
Good look at that shot. Good position. A look at our tournament format. 2 sets. Races to 5. In case of a tie, that 1-rack sudden death tiebreaker, we're very familiar with it. They'll alternate the breaks. A shot clock on the players with 1 extension. And whoever loses the first set will have the break in the second. It is an exciting format, to say the least. You would like that to have come up a little bit more, Ava, I think.
Yeah, that would have been an easier angle. Then all you have to do is make the 8-ball with no spin whatsoever, right or left, just kind of drift it down. Here's a thinner cut. And she can either put some left on it and help it and come around 2 or 3 rails, or she can put a little bit reverse, in other words, right-hand spin in this case, and come straight down. Oh.
I missed that badly. And what a break for Jasmine Ocean.
I would have thought, if anything, she would have come across all the way around and played the 9 in the opposite pocket instead of lagging at it like that. And she's not too happy with herself right now.
She knows it. This one definitely might have gotten away from her, and it's a big one, this opening rack.
And play this around 3 rails. 1, 2, 3, and come down. And how perfect was that position?
I'll tell you why this is important for Jasmine. The last time they met at this event was in the semis a year ago, and Guy Young won that semifinal match without allowing a rack to Jasmine. So this will be huge. There's the first one in 2 matches for Jasmine against Guy Young at the Masters in the last 2 years. On the board first, the 2011 Masters champion, Jasmine Ocean. And she will have the break in the second rack. Wow, big turnaround in that first rack, Ava. Really, really thought Guy Young was going to make that happen.
Yeah, she just kind of, it surprised me a little bit, because that's kind of a, not a chicken way, but kind of a cautious way of playing position. When she has such great cue ball control, she could easily have whipped that around 2 or 3 rails and played the 9-ball in the opposite pocket. A little bit of low right. Here she just kind of lagged it in, tried to have some reverse spin on it, come straight down, take a little bit tougher shot on the 9-ball. That's not the aggressive attitude that we usually see from Guy Young Kim.
Well, she's taking her time, just grabbing a quick bite between the semifinals and the finals.
1-0.
She will finish that up as she watches Jasmine with the break in the second rack of this first set of the final. Big, powerful, action-packed break by Jasmine Ocean.
And she really kicks that leg out. She puts her whole body into it. Again, very athletic and aggressive, and somehow she normally manages to control the cue ball. Not that time. It was off to the side, enough to where she did not get the power she usually gets on it. When you hit it off, the most important thing is you get a solid hit on that one ball. Instead, she has opened the table wide open, but got fortunate because all she has here is a safety. Even shooting a kind of a crazy offensive shot as a bank, you're still not going to be able to easily get back on the two balls. So I would think she's definitely going into safety mode. Tricky part here, Mitch, is that there's nothing easy to use as a blocker. You have to really create a safety here. If there was another ball next to the 6 ball, maybe she could hide behind those. This is a touchy little shot. And she has left an opening for Jasmine. A long, tough cut. Possibly. I don't know if she's got a shot at this. Table. You can see it looks like the one ball does pass the 2, but is she feeling that aggressive? Judging from the last match she played an awful lot of safeties when it was kind of an iffy shot. No, she went for it this time. Look out for the 6 ball, though. No, no doubt. She's got another tester, though, coming up, Mitchell. Now she's going to have to make the 2 ball. And go all the way down and back again. Thin hit on the 2. You see where the 3 ball is to the right of the 2. She's going to have to find a clear path to go down table and back up again. The only other option she could have is lag this 2 ball, hide the cue ball, go behind the 4, and play a safety. No, she went for it, but why? If you were going to, you had a very easy safety there. If you weren't sure you weren't going to get on the 3, you might as well have taken that instead of having to have this shot coming up on the 3.
As she walks around, we'll mention this great playing equipment that's been in use all week, the Diamond Pro-Am table. Aramuth balls, Simonis 860 cloth on that diamond. The Delta 13 rack has been in use.
See if she can cross bank this 3 ball, get the cue ball behind the 4. It's an excellent shot. It looks like there's an opening just barely where she can get that cue ball past, but this is not a hanger by any means, even if she can hit as much of it enough to make it. Put in right spin on this, trying to make it, and then she was going to go 1, 2 rails and up for the 4, but instead she has left it open for Jasmine.
So a good opportunity for Jasmine to get back-to-back racks if she can get through the second rack.
That's why it's so important when you shoot that cross the table safety, is that the speed is correct, so that even if you do leave an open shot, you leave it on the rail. It makes it that much more difficult. Well played. And I really pick your spot. Very easy to put too much draw on this and some right and come across. Go up to that side pocket if you really spin it. Not even close. Great shot. This would be big for Jasmine. Obviously, she knows how much power Gai Young has. Gai Young has won this the last 2 years, so she's very comfortable playing here at in this arena. And the arena makes a difference. Sometimes, some places you tend to constantly do well because you feel comfortable there. Other venues, you're not as comfortable in the room, whatever it is. But here, Gai Young has found her own, and it's amazing that she's back in the finals again. You can see it's a pretty easy layout here as long as you really pay attention. Don't get straight in on this 8. Just draw it back out a little bit or float it down.
Exciting for me because we have the 3 champions of all the Masters involved today.
Yes.
The 2 at the table, the one sitting next to me.
I'd trade with him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I know you would.
All right, nice spin. Good
Good
speed
work.
control there, and that's one of the things that's great now about the finals is both players have the speed down at this table.
Confident stroke. And quickly, 2-0 in this first set, race to 5. Jasmine Ocean goes up over Gai Young Kim. And she will have, Gai Young will, the break in rack number 3. As we look at Gai Young seated, waiting for that, here's her week in Mount Pleasant. Tara Williams went down first. Irish Julie Kelly, then she lost in the double elimination portion of the event to Jeanette Lee in a tough battle 9-8. Came back against a great Norwegian player, Ms. Shervik, 9-7. Kelly Fisher, 9-3, a big statement for Gai Young. Monica Webb, 9-2. And then in the semifinal against Karen Kaur, straight sets to get to her final position. And as Ava said, another really strong week for Gai Young Kim. 31 years old, from Incheon in South Korea. And a huge star, rightfully so, overseas. Surely a Hall of Fame member. There's an age requirement. She is below that by a number of years, but when it's her time, I guarantee you she'll get in, and worthy of it. Major titles all over her resume. One
And
in
more
the side.
coming, and check out the 2-9 combo.
No,
Unless she
no,
scratches. Just barely stopped right there. Just, it looked like it was going straight into the side pocket. And check this out, she's got a 2-9. Now, the 9 ball is not hanging by any means. You actually have to really play the shot. It's not like any part of the 9 gets touched and it's going to fall in. So just aim it like you normally would and just aim to overcut it a little bit. What a treat for her to step up after the break. A chance to get on the board. There you have it.
Quick and easy work of rack number 3, and it's exactly what Gai Young Kim needed to get on the board, still trailing Jasmine Ocean by 1 rack here in the first set of the final of the 2015 Masters.
The Getaway. It's the place we go when every day is all too ordinary. And then finally you let yourself have it all. Here they use words like luxury, and you soak it up and indulge. You reel yourself in, then you let yourself go. And with a vivid surge of adrenaline, you feel alive. Let yourself get away. Experience more at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort.
Diamond. They say diamonds are a girl's best friend. But in pool, diamonds are the player's best friend. And these diamonds are made in the USA. Diamond pool tables, designed by players for players. Diamond is the official table of professional pool. To get your Diamond pool table, call 812-288-7665 or visit us online at diamondbilliardproducts.com. Play with the best. Diamond.
Stay up to date with the women of the WPBA all year long on WPBA.com. Get player information, find out about upcoming events, and more. Log in and visit the video archive section and watch over 50 matches dating back to 1995. While there, take advantage of the new affiliates program. Shop, save, and support the WPBA. Save money with over 90 affiliates on travel, home and sports, apparel and accessories, business and office, food gifts, and more. WPBA.com, home of the Women's Professional Billiard Association.
Here we are at Soaring Eagle, the final of the 2015 WPBA Masters. Jasmine Ocean seeded up 2-1 over Ga Young Kim in this first set. And as she sits waiting, here was her week so far in Mount Pleasant, and a good one it was. Started off against Jia Li of China in a really tough match, 9-8. Came back strong against former U.S. Open champion Helena Tornfeld, 9-2. Lost to Monica Webb. Tough match, came back strongly. Jennifer Chen, Ava Lawrence, Jeanette Lee, and then in sudden death in a really, really tough semifinal match, a mental triumph as well as a physical one over Siming Chen to get to this point in the final. So this week has had it all for Jasmine and Ga Young. Ava, I know you were impressed, as we talked about earlier today, with Jasmine's play in the match against you. Showed a lot of different elements. You thought she had a good chance to keep going. Watch that cue ball right in the side.
And the one thing that has to work for Jasmine is that break. Jasmine is an incredible player with a great future ahead of her, just like Ga Young Kim. But to win this match, her break needs to work. I would venture to guess that Ga Young Kim is probably somewhere near 90% when it comes to getting ball in hand, open table, as far as running out and winning that game. And with the alternate break format, you got to take advantage. And we're going to see here, she's looking what options are as far as getting out. The 3 ball it has a bit of an issue because the 4 ball has it blocked. So with ball in hand, with this tricky of a layout, she actually went over and looked at the potential 2-9 combination, which normally she would never do. But she's opted to go for the run out. This is the whole key shot right here in this rack.
I love that Ga Young still kind of dealing
She's still
with
having lunch.
her snack.
All right. Let's see if she can go straight down behind the 9 ball. Just follow it down. No spin. Just back up again a little bit. Oh, she went for the 9 at the same time.
Whoa.
You stinker. She saw it was there.
A little treachery by Ga Young.
Yeah. And, I mean, one option here, you can go ahead and try to fire that 3 ball down there, no question. You can also try to hide the cue ball behind the 7. Just kind of drift it. She's a very offensive player, though, when she can feel it. There you go. Nothing but net. Oof. But she got a little unfortunate there, going off the 7, which changed the angle. Instead of having a perfect shot on the 4, she's got to bank at the best. And if she does go for this bank, she's going to have to go clear across, making the 4 here go clear across over here to be able to play the 5 ball in the corner. It does pass by the 6 ball, it looks like. It's very close. Nine ball. Boy, she is getting a little aggressive in this match, isn't she?
Well,
taking some chances.
Early on, she's letting Jasmine know that she's, this is the kind of frame of mind she's in.
You bet.
It did not pay off here.
But the way she shot this tells me also that that 5 ball may not go. It sure looks like it clearly passes by the 6 on this overhead shot, but the fact that she is shooting in the air kind of like that tells me that that 5 ball may not pass. And then when she played that shot, she tried to draw into the balls to break them open. So we'll see if that is indeed the case. You bet. Try to break them up there, right there. A full hit on the 6 would have been beautiful. She would have been pretty much straight in on the 5. Now we're back to the drawing board again with safeties.
Jasmine, the number 5 seed coming in this week. Guy Young, the number 2 seed. Allison Fisher knocked out relatively early as the number 1 seed by Siming Chen, one of our semifinalists.
Good shot. Can she get behind that 9? She got out a little bit farther than she wanted, but I tell you what, her speed control right now is really, really strong. That was about half a turn too far, or she would have been perfectly snookered behind the 9 ball. There's just enough room now for Guy Young to be able to play a safety back at her. She could knock the 5 ball to the opposite side of the corner and drift the cue ball down here behind the 9. Main thing is that the 5 it lands on the center part of the table. In case this goes too far, which it did. She just hit a little bit too thin on it. Even though she can't hit the full ball, she can definitely jump it. She may be able to play safe, but I think she's going for the jump cue.
Both these players very strong in every aspect of the game.
You bet.
Jumping, kicking.
I haven't seen Jasmine really miss a jump the whole tournament. On the other hand, Guy Young doesn't just hit it, she makes them. Her kicking game is very difficult to play a safety on Guy Young, the way she kicks and the way she jumps. How's that? Very nice.
Speaking of making it, and that was
very nice.
So perfect. Got a great look at it.
And
doesn't have much on the 6.
No, anytime you can play a position, you try to do that with a jump shot, but in this case, there wasn't much she could do. Got over just absolutely pure straight stroke. But she's at the table, that's the difference. Instead of missing that and maybe leaving an easy out, you just got to take what the table gives you. That's all you can do. This 9 ball down here is something you can keep an eye on as far as hiding behind. If she hits half of the 6 ball on the left-hand side, a little bit of left spin, she could drive the cue ball behind the 9 ball.
There are other options? Is she looking at the bank and then hiding it behind the 9 like a two-way shot if she can?
Yeah, no, the bank is a really tall order. I mean,
well, we've seen. Okay, so
no, she tried to go that way, and that was super.
Oh.
I'm telling you, her speed right now is just flawless. You know how confident you have to be in order to hit that shot, because a little bit too hard, a little bit too soft, and you're liable to sell out. She's just really focused, playing really strong safeties. And as good as Guy Young, obviously you can't jump this one really because of where the 7 is, but she's such a strong kicker, and she's going to have to pull out all the stops on this one. A lot of left spin on the cue ball in order to hit the 6. She have to go around it. You can see she's adding the left spin. Hitting stick, 7 ball to help.
That gets a little kick from the 8. No.
You know, after watching the billiards, not just women's billiards, but pro billiards overall, the biggest thing I think has changed in the last 10 years is the kicking. The break in the kicking, but especially the kicking, because it used to be kind of you hit it hard and hope that something was going to go in for years, even the best players. More and more now, both on the men's and the women's side, there's a plan in the kicking, trying to hit the left or the right side of the ball, which takes a lot of practice, some imagination, but I think that part of the game has really grown. You can really see it in the last few years. See if she she went for it. Well, a little backup plan here. That'll work.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Of course, had she made that 6.
Had she made that 6, she wouldn't have been behind the 9.
Yeah, it would have been
It
a
would have
different
changed the
position
angle
a little bit, but
yeah, she got away with one.
yeah, come on.
Nothing wrong with that.
Jasmine leading 2-1 in this first set, race to 5.
Oh, she almost made it. She almost made it. Instead, she has left a pretty much a straight-in shot for Jasmine. She's hoping it's not completely. Going to take a look at it. If it had any angle at all, she could force the cue ball out more towards the center of the table to have a better shot at the 7. If she is straight in, she has really no choice but to just hit and stick and then take the tough shot on the 7. All right, she got closer to it, but she also created a much tougher angle for herself. Beautiful.
Really confident stroke there.
Yeah, and she has that really long, they both have a long bridge. In other words, where the hand, how far away from the cue ball your hand is, that bridge is really long for both of these players, contrary to what you see with snooker players, much shorter bridge. However, the styles are very different because Jasmine really pulls back and has a long backstroke, where Guy Young has that really short, compact, and then explodes forward. So it's pretty interesting to see the different styles. Setups look the same, but that's about it.
And Jasmine Ocean showing it all right there. Great patience, shot making, and calm under pressure. And now a two-rack lead over Guy Young Kim at 3-1. First set race to 5. We're at the final. Here at Soaring Eagle. Good look at a very, very concentrated look on the part of Jasmine Ocean. A deep breath. Guy Young will have the break in rack number 5. As she awaits her turn. And remember, the 2-set format. Obviously, you want to get on the board. First set is all important, but certainly a chance to come back with a second set victory, and sudden death has been a part of this event, a big part of this event.
Guy Young's getting ready to break. She really needs this game. She doesn't want Jasmine to get on the hill 4-1 here. She's still very much alive at 3-1 in this set, especially with that break. But did she make anything? No, nothing. Nothing, and a shot. Open shot at the 1 ball for Jasmine. And Jasmine is looking at a shot at the 1 ball. Then she's got this to deal with right here. But the best she can do is make the 1 ball and come out somewhere in here to play the combination. And that being the key shot in this rack. Everything else is fairly open. If you had ball in hand on this combo, it's not that difficult, but the fact that she has to play the position for you, come up a little bit too short or too long, and all of a sudden it's a really tricky combo. All right, she got too far. She got too far, and now she's looking at one of those nasty backwards cuts. I don't know. This is 50-50 here if you go for it, or if you just roll the cue ball into the rail behind the 3. Just a super soft touch. There you go. Much better shot, much smarter shot. Shooting that combination, jacked up over the 7. Never a good idea.
You talk about it a lot, about the patience required to play good safeties.
Exactly.
When you want to make something happen, and she showed it there. To me, a really good sign of where Jasmine's head is right now.
Yeah, she's fighter tough right now. She is not afraid to get into a safety game with Guy Young. She knows her strengths, but she also knows her own strengths. So she'll get into a safety battle with anybody, and we saw that with Simeng Chen earlier, that she can deliver. All right, 2 rails. Oh, first kick I believe we have seen missed by Guy Young. Little gymnastics there on the table trying to get all the way around, but she missed her angle by a hair. It was close, but no cigar. And then the only other little issue on the table was that 4-ball where it was, and she knocked that out of the way away from the 6, and that opened the table up even more for Jasmine.
So advantage definitely to Jasmine Ocean. See if she can close out this rack. It would get her to the hill at 4-1 in a race to 5 in this first set.
These are the kind of racks right here that you sort of dream of. The problem is if you don't pay attention, you get a little sloppy here. It can become a nightmare rack real fast. But rolling up this 4-ball, the 5 is in the corner. Should be no problem. 6 is right there and available in the side pocket. And now you just want to make sure that you have the correct angle. You'd like to be right about right there in order to be able to pocket the 6-ball and drift up straight on to the 7. Player always want to play the balls in the pocket that they're closest to. So getting on the other side of the 7, let's say right there, is okay. The problem with that is you're shooting a longer distance with the ball and your odds of missing are much greater. So you're trying to play the position to where you can just drift up and play the object ball in the closest pocket. She looks strong, doesn't she? She really does.
That's exactly what I was thinking, was that she looks very calm.
Yeah.
Very much focused, very concentrated. We've talked before about Jasmine's work ethic away from the table as much as on it. Obviously practices a lot. Has her own billiard academy, has worked with her coach, Michael Newman, since the age of 6. Has never had a different coach. They make a great team and have for years. But the physical and mental part of it is just as big to them. So.
Yeah, I don't know of any player on tour that's more dedicated than Jasmine to the overall love of the game, to her own career. Kind of a tiger in his prime. I mean, she really cares about her health, about eating, about working out, and practices as much or more than anybody.
This 9-4 to 1 now, and to the hill in this first set. And a very confident, comfortable Jasmine Ocean. Great, great work so far. And she will have the break when we come back to try to wrap up this first set over the 2-time and defending champion here at Soaring Eagle.
The Getaway. It's the place we go when every day is all too ordinary. And then finally you let yourself have it all. Here they use words like luxury, and you soak it up and indulge. You reel yourself in, then you let yourself go. And with a vivid surge of adrenaline, you feel alive. Let yourself get away. Experience more at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort.
In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance that you do. What matters right now is the quality of your independent insurance agent.
Glad you're okay, Sarah. We'll take care of everything.
And the company that stands behind them.
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
Auto Owners Insurance.
This championship is being played with the new RMS tournament set.
Featuring a unique molecular structure, it guarantees razor-sharp precision and unsurpassed longevity. Unquestionably the best pool balls in the world, this set is available in a TV and a value pack version, as well as in the new My Aramith Range of Ball and cue cases. Now you can bring and play with the best ball set everywhere you go. My Aramith, bringing new dimensions to your billiards experience.
Delta 13, the true legend of Rex.
Welcome back to Soaring Eagle and the WPBA Masters for 2015. Jasmine Ocean with a lead of 3 racks here in this race to 5 first set. Ava and I talked a little bit earlier about Jasmine's work ethic away from the table. Let's find out what she had to say about her practice routine.
Well, I think, at the beginning when you start playing pool, you spend most of the time on the pool table. I also do a lot of fitness because I believe that a healthy body and fit body just is more capable of bringing more performance. It just recovers faster. And I always believe in a lot of mental training now, because at one point you have the skills you had all the time on the pool table. Now the question is if your head is in the game too. So I think now the interesting thing about my training session is that I combine those two, playing on the pool table and the mental training, and that's very challenging.
And look at this. How about that break? We need a replay of this one.
She's talking about the mental side. Maybe she willed that 9 ball in on the break.
I think she did. There was almost a smirk there a little bit. Powerful break. Look at that. And the 8 ball comes up, kicks it, and here comes the cue ball last second to knock it right into that pocket. The first time I think we've seen the 9 ball even on that side of the table.
But it all started with a great break. That cue ball jumped straight up in the air. A lot of power, balls going different ways. You'll see that she puts up her hand. You never play the 9 into that pocket, but you will take it. And what a way to end this first set for the 2011 Masters champion, Jasmine Ocean. 5-1 victory. Wow. That's all we got to say is wow. Guy Young never really a factor in that. As she sits, let's take a look. As set 2 is about to begin, Guy Young Kim will have the break. And a look at our past Masters champions. The inaugural 2011 Jasmine, 2012 the striking Viking sitting next to me, and for the last 2 years, Guy Young Kim has taken home this beautiful trophy from Soaring Eagle. She would love to three-peat. In her way, a determined Jasmine Ocean now with the first set under her belt. Here we go, rack 1, set 2.
There was some power there too, but no luck for Guy Young. Oh, finally, 1 ball goes into the corner pocket, and is the 2 going to get out far enough? I think she might be able to make the 2 in the corner pocket. It's going to be close, but here's what her issue is right there. You got the 3 and the 4 tied up. Now, if the 2 ball does go, she has a path here. If you look, if she can make the 2, she could go in and try to break these balls open. Even if she misses them, she should be able to have a chance to play safety from there. Got to make sure she does not touch any of the balls. That would be a foul ball in hand. We are playing foul on all balls. And it looks like, is she playing a safety? Yes, she is. Going to try to hide here behind the 8 ball. Nice touch. Good shot, Guy Young. Not just wow, but hitting this ball is not going to be easy. It looks like she might have to go 2 rails here. Unless she can sneak by the side of the 8. That's tough to judge when the cue ball is that close. All right, we'll see here if she's going to go down to the bottom cushion, side cushion, and come across to hit the 2. Good shot. Not only a good shot, but check out the leave here. Perfect.
Wow.
Perfect.
And again, Jasmine seeming very in control of this situation. We have seen things change quickly, especially under this pressure, but what a great shot here. Maybe you were talking earlier about kicking and playing different parts of the object ball so that you get a certain result.
Exactly.
It was a great example of it right there. That wasn't just, oh, I got to hit it.
Now we'll see what happens here. Is she going to get all the way down behind the 5? Oh, yeah, 6 ball helps out a little bit, too. I love this. Is pool at its finest right now. All right, here's an interesting shot. If she goes rail first here and gets a good hit on this 2 ball, what she doesn't want to have happen is that the 2 messes with these 2. Because that means that the cue ball is going to be kind of stuck there with the 2 ball going into those, and she's going to, if she leaves a shot, she's also going to solve the problem that is the 3-4. Yeah, but she got it. Did she get a little lucky here? It looks like. Even if Ga-Young can make this 2 ball, she can't really follow it because then she's going to double hit. So she can't follow it down to play the 3. Now there'll be a safety here. A little half masse. Watch this. Masse is when you elevate the cue almost all the way up, come down from above, right behind the 6. Good shot.
We're getting to see some skill.
We are.
Some skill.
And odds are this one's going to go airborne. The tough part about this jump is that you got to jump it really high. Sometimes it gets so high to get over the full ball of the 6 that it takes a hop and then jumps over the object ball on top of it. So you got to get straight up in the air and straight down and let it jump again before you hit the 2 ball. She could make this in the corner pocket. And down on the cue ball. Firm stroke. She failed to make it. At least she hit it. But it didn't do much good because she has left this shot into the side pocket for Ga-Young. See, she got clear over the 6, no problem, makes contact with the 2, but if Ga-Young can play the correct speed here, she should be able to get a shot on the 3 after making the 2 ball on the side. Back to safety mode. As you can see, the bank isn't there. You just can't bank this past the 6 balls. So at least it didn't look like it, but she tried kind of a double shot there, getting the cue ball behind the 4. And Jasmine is going to step back out to the table to have a chance at least to take the lead in the 2nd set. Tricky shot on this foot 3. I hate this angle, Mitchell. Ga-Young is hoping that Jasmine does too.
Tell us why you hate it so much.
It's just one of those backwards cuts. Anytime your pocket is out of the line of vision and the ball is out in the middle of the table, you don't have the rail to kind of help you guide the shot. So again, aim when you're standing up, then get down on it and trust that you figured out the spot already, which obviously she did.
Trust the key word there.
Shot.
Look at that touch. We've seen Ga-Young Kim a lot over the years. This right there is not a happy place for Ga-Young Kim. Trust me. She's in this match. It's not like she's not. But what I'm saying is she's watching Jasmine pretty much impose her will, as we say, if she can keep it going.
Yeah, I mean, Jasmine's tough right now. She's not really she hasn't really made any mistakes, anything major where Ga-Young has had much chance. You know, when somebody's on like this, you're sitting in your chair, and pool is about the only sport where when your opponent is at the table, all you can do is sit there and focus on when and if you ever get another open shot. This is some of the best pool I think I've seen Jasmine play consistently, both shot making, position, touch, safeties. And even in the first match where she showed a little bit of weakness for a little while there, she didn't let that get to her. She just kind of came back, forgave herself and came back strong after that, and that's difficult to do for a lot of players.
Well, what a big word that is. The forgiveness part of it, because you take yourself out of the match quickly.
Immediately.
She has not done that. It was a tough match against Siming Chen. And this time, Jasmine Ocean first on the board in the second set over Ga Young Kim. And with the break in rack 2, Jasmine Ocean on a roll here at Soaring Eagle. Back after this.
The Getaway. It's the place we go when every day is all too ordinary. And then finally you let yourself have it all. Here they use words like luxury, and you soak it up and indulge. You reel yourself in, then you let yourself go. And with a vivid surge of adrenaline, you feel alive. Let yourself get away. Experience more at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort.
Diamond. They say diamonds are a girl's best friend. But in pool, diamonds are the player's best friend. And these diamonds are made in the USA. Diamond pool tables, designed by players for players. Diamond is the official table of professional pool. To get your Diamond pool table, call 812-288-7665 or visit us online at diamondbilliardproducts.com. Play with the best. Diamond.
Stay up to date with the women of the WPBA all year long on WPBA.com. Get player information, find out about upcoming events, and more. Log in and visit the video archive section and watch over 50 matches dating back to 1995. While there, take advantage of the new affiliates program. Shop, save, and support the WPBA. Save money with over 90 affiliates on travel, home and sports, apparel and accessories, business and office, food gifts, and more. WPBA.com, home of the Women's Professional Billiard Association.
Welcome back to Soaring Eagle. Look at our top 16 finishers brought to you by Delta 13. A great week for all these players. We're going to say congratulations to one of the really, really good up-and-coming players on the WPBA Classic Tour, Jessica Barnes.
I had some good matches this morning. I had a really good match where I felt like I played strong, and this is my breakthrough tournament. It's the highest finish that I've ever had, so I'm very pleased with it. Well, definitely I've been working towards this goal to get a top 10 finish for like a really long time. So now it's time to reset my goals and look forward to what I can do next. And hopefully it builds my confidence and I'll have more good events.
Rock and roll. Come on.
And we hope you do, Jessica. Congratulations on a great week, ranked 25th coming in, and with a great top 16 finish. Here we are. Back with Jasmine Ocean in a place she wants to be at the table, rack 2 of the second set. Up 1-0 in the second set and 1 set to none over Ga Young Kim. Here's her break.
Powerful break, control the cue ball. Got a little love there from the cue ball to make the 1. But with letting that cue ball go, it's right here, 2 ball on the other side of the table. Not only that, but she is kind of jacked up over this 5. You have to raise the back of her cue, and anytime you do that, it makes the shot much more difficult. kind of adds a little bit half massé, like a curve on the cue ball if you even hit it a hair off. And aiming is obviously more difficult because you can't get low enough to get in line with the shot. So even shooting a safety from here is difficult. She's got a lot of blockers there to hide behind if she can get a good hit on this 2-ball. That turned out not too bad right there. And it's in a mess of a whole bunch of balls. Big difference here if she can clip, at least hit the 2-ball as opposed to having to kick at this shot. Even if she can hit it, it's a tough safety, but kicking at this is really tough even for somebody of the abilities of Guy Young. She's looking to curve it because she doesn't want to hit the left side of it. She wants to hit the right side. Not enough.
So pretty good work to get to it, but what Jasmine wanted to accomplish, she did. Putting Guy Young in a tough position, being rewarded. Shot on the 2-3 out in the center of the table.
And later on down the road, she's going to have a little bit of an issue with that 8 and 9. Does not look like the 8-ball will pass by the 9-ball into the corner pocket. So that's something to take a look at even now to see if there's a way to break it up without losing position on your next ball. So she's got to have kind of a game plan. There you can see that 8-ball does not pass by the 9. Oh, and you know what? So often, I haven't seen that kind of a weak moment from Jasmine yet, but very often when that's the case, you are thinking about the 8 and 9, even though you're shooting the 3-ball, because as we know, a 9-ball, if you don't go all the way to the 9 and make the 9, it doesn't matter if you made all the other balls. So it takes your mind off focusing. Other than if it was a wide open rack, she would have just been totally focused on that 3-ball, but it's very easy to let up when you know there's trouble ahead.
So Guy Young at the table on the 3, and we'll see if she gets to the point where she deals with the 8 and the 9. Fires it in.
It's difficult to tell. There may be a billiard there, 8-9 billiard. It's not what you would prefer, but if she can't get to breaking them out with the 7-ball, then chances are she's going to go ahead and take a look at this billiard. You can get perfect on this. You can put a little bit of reverse spin on it and hold the 9-ball, kick it out to where you can make it. Two or 3 rail position here. Going to come out. Is it going to be hard enough? No, sir. This could be a shot right here. If you put a little bit of left spin on this, hit it thin. Look at her backwards. You crazy woman. Left spin and now break open or get behind the 8-9. Who does that?
Quite get there. My back just
Who does
went out
that?
watching her do that. Yeah. Just so you know. Just so you know.
But just to be able to deliver a straight stroke from there is pretty strong.
I have a feeling that that's been practiced many times, that particular stroke.
The Filipinos do that a lot. They came over first, the men players on the men's tour, and they started doing that, and we're going, what is it? First one that did it, we all thought he was crazy, because that's kind of what you do if you're just goofing around, but no, they have as about as straight a stroke shooting that way as they do normally. All right, here's where you pick a spot on the cushion. What you want to do is you want to hit and stick. You want to pick where you want to send the 3-ball. Into the rail, to side rail, down towards the bottom. And if you hit the 5-ball, she wants to send it a little bit more to the left, then you aim it closer to the rail here and put spin on it so that you can get it to go this way, or you can get stuck, get right behind it. No, she hit it too thin. And that is not going to be a good result for Jasmine. kind of jumped up on that a little bit. I wonder if she, when the minute she fired, she knew it was a little bit off.
So a good opportunity again for Guy Young. And the 8 and the 9 still on everybody's mind in terms of this rack and the key to this rack. Every rack has a key to it, usually, sometimes more than one.
Yeah, I wish there were just one.
But,
where she's aiming right now, she would have an excellent opportunity. If she can get to the spot where she was just practice aiming at that 7, then she has an excellent opportunity to play the cue ball 2 rails and come in and break open the 8 and 9. And that's almost exactly where she got. So now she can go ahead and make the 7 here, come around 1, 2, and as precise as Guy Young is, she's going to pick. She doesn't really want to go into the 9 ball here. If you go into the 9, you could end up kind of stuck on the 8 ball. The best thing to do would be to hit the 8 ball clean. The 8 ball will go out towards the middle of the table, and the cue ball would have a clear path to it. Oh, perfect, perfect.
that's how you solve that particular little riddle.
You bet.
Right there.
You bet.
Great work and very specific work.
Yes. And that's one of the things. She's obviously a great shot maker, shoots straight, but really the beauty about Guy Young's game is using the cushions. And again, we've talked about her past and how much she plays 3-cushion billiards, and it really makes a difference to understand the tangent line, what you can do with the cue ball, which side of hitting the ball when you're kicking at it. She has won so many games that way that she may not have if she wasn't as good at it. I mean, it's really pretty to watch her play.
So we're tied at 1 apiece in this second set of the final. Another look as we prepare for rack 3. Shot on the 8, around the 9, and no problem for the 2-time and defending champion here at Soaring Eagle. Guy Young will have the break in rack 3. Again, a position she wants to be in. Should she win this second set, we'll have a 1-rack sudden death tiebreaker. We've had so many of them, I almost kind of have come to expect them somehow.
It's the way it should be.
All right, another look at how she broke this up, the specificity we were talking about. The 7, and often we'll see a player miss the 7, thinking too much about breaking them up, but
Good
really
point.
beautiful work by Guy Young. Here's the break in rack number 3.
8 ball flew straight into the corner. 9 ball started flirting with that corner pocket
6,
again.
3, look at this.
She made 3 balls on the break and no shot on the 1 ball. That gets frustrating after a while. It doesn't even look like the bank is open there. The 7 has got at least part of the pocket blocked from what it would be coming in. And the worse than that, the cue ball would be heading the other direction. That 9 ball is close enough to be looming. That could come into play later on if she plays a safety here. There's not that many options. Here's the issue right there. You got 2 balls in the middle of the table. That's about the only thing that you can hide behind, is to try to get split up the cue ball and the 1 ball to get behind the 4 and the 2. But from where she is, that's a tough, tall order. All right, we're going to see what's going to happen here on this shot. She's got long, tough shot, cue ball almost on the rail. Nice, nice. Is it going to get up? Oh, yeah. Perfect.
Great stroke.
And table was just solved right there. 1 shot, and everything opened up. The 3 ball. Three balls gone. 5 balls by the pocket. Just go across. Nice. And now just Well, got a little bit funky here. You want to be able to draw this back, but looks like she's going to have to follow it 2 rails to come out. Either 1 rail up and play to 5 in the corner, or 2 rails. Oh, she went straight back up. It's in reverse. Pretty shot. Perfect speed. Correct angle from the 5 to the 7. 7's available in the side pocket as well, and the 9 right by the corner. Looks like Jasmine is going to take the lead here again, unless something unforeseen happens.
And we have seen unforeseen.
No question.
At various points. And you talk about it often, you know, so much of the time when you're in this position, you get a little bit lax, and you're off a hair in your position play. Jasmine with a little angle here to just drift over for the 9.
Never a doubt.
Wow.
She knew it the second she hit it. And this for a 2-1 lead.
Looking more confident with each passing rack, but she is facing a deadly, deadly foe in Ga Young Kim. We can tell you that. 2-1. First set victory of 5-1. But right now, still a tenuous lead for Jasmine Ocean here in the second set. She does have the break in rack number 4. We'll see if she can extend her lead. Ga Young meditating at the moment. She will try her best to be ready should the opportunity arise, should Jasmine give her a chance at the table. Jasmine had a pretty good year in 2014, not quite by her standards, but she won the Women's North Cyprus Open on the European Tour. Monica Webb, the great WPBA star, finished 3rd in that event. The 2nd at the Austrian Open, the 3rd at the Masters here, and at the Women's 8-Ball Open, and the 9th at the Amway World Open in Taiwan. This would be a very, very big win should she get her 2nd Masters title at Soaring Eagle.
Boy, what a perfect break that was. Cue ball stuck straight in the middle of the table. It just got knocked around by a few other balls, and she has an open shot on the 1 ball in the side pocket. Doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball. The 2 is right there. 1 goes here. 2 is right on this end. If she can make the 1 on the side, that's going to be, it literally is her key shot. She makes that, and everything is wide open. Beautiful, beautiful shot. All right, so she came a little bit more angle than she wanted. It would have been nice if she could have just easily drawn the cue ball over. There's a shot here. You can really spin this, dig it in with a lot of low right, making the 2 ball, have the cue ball come backwards right at you. 1 cushion and let the right spin, hold it there for the 3. But it's a pretty thin hit, so the other option is to go to the other side of the table for the 3 ball, find a path, and then just feel the touch, how far to go. There's that spin. Oh, yeah.
She really is exhibiting all the shots right now.
Yeah, you can see it in her face. I mean, I haven't seen her look this confident in a tournament in a long time. I noticed that earlier in the event as well. She was very excited. I talked to her a little bit after her match, her first semifinal match, and she was so excited about winning that. It was pure joy in her face. And she said it was one of the better matches she ever played because she is such a student of the game, and to have it be that much of a defensive game and never giving up, staying in it, fighting as hard as she could, coming with the smart shots. I mean, she was in heaven. She loves that part of the game as much as she loves the offensive part. And then just because that was discussed, look at that. Wow. What a turnaround. Potentially this could be huge. 3-1 versus 2-2 potentially here.
The
wow.
curse of the commentators.
Yeah, it's our
bit
fault.
us.
It usually is.
Undercuts it.
Yep.
Guy Young quickly to the table. Probably can't believe her good fortune at that point.
And she can't believe how far
Not
she
over
got on
yet.
this.
Yep.
Yeah. She's on the incorrect side of the 7, but it shouldn't be a major issue for Guy Young. She can draw it back a little bit, even though she's going to have more angle on the 8 than she would like. She should be fine. And just tap this 8-ball in, go across table, and shoot the 9 in the same pocket. And we've got action. 2 games apiece in the second set.
Wow. All right. This is why this format is so exciting. It is never over, literally, until it's over. Jasmine with a big mistake. Guy Young Kim follows up, tied in this second set, 2 apiece. Race to 5. A lot more action coming your way from Michigan. Stick around.
The Getaway. It's the place we go when every day is all too ordinary. And then finally you let yourself have it all. Here they use words like luxury, and you soak it up and indulge. You reel yourself in, then you let yourself go. And with a vivid surge of adrenaline, you feel alive. Let yourself get away. Experience more at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort.
Oh, hey, you got one of those insurance apps too? You know how this thing works?
No, sorry. Not an app, it's my agent.
In this moment,
No, I'm fine, thanks.
it's good to know you have a trusted, independent auto owner's insurance agent who's there when you need them.
Great.
Man, I gotta get one of those.
Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people.
This championship is being played with the new Aramith tournament set. Featuring a unique molecular structure, it guarantees razor-sharp precision and unsurpassed longevity. Unquestionably the best pool balls in the world, this set is available in a TV and a value pack version, as well as in the new My Aramith Ranger of Ball and Q cases. Now you can bring and play with the best ball set everywhere you go. My Aramith, bringing new dimensions to your billiards experience.
Delta 13, the true legend of Rex.
Happy to be here at Soaring Eagle, a flagship event for the WPBA Classic Tour, and what a week for the Texas Tornado. Vivian Villarreal inducted into the WPBA Hall of Fame for good reason. We asked her how proud she was with that accomplishment.
I have several. Being #1 in the world, I held the #1 ranking for 5 years, and then of course this, being in the Hall of Fame.
And you have indeed accomplished a lot, Vivian. We're always happy to see you. Congratulations. You bet. We love you too. The Texas Tornado, newest member of the WPBA Hall of Fame. Guy Young Kim at the table. Her work cut out for her now. After a huge error by Jasmine in rack 4 that tied us up here in the second set. Guy Young with the break in rack number 5. Let's see if she can get back on top.
Strong break. Cue ball off to the wrong side of the table.
Oh, and she is upset at that last roll. Boy.
Yeah, she got, not only is the 3 ball in the way to get to the 2, but then she is, it's right here, but then the 5 ball landing right there. She can't get any kind of a clear shot, so she's definitely going to be pushing out. A tough push out, though. Anywhere on the side of the table she's at right now, she is going to leave it some kind of a shot for Jasmine. So she pretty much has to go to the other side of the table or where she's looking right now in order not to leave a shot.
Such an important strategic shot, the push out.
Yeah, she left her a tester. We'll see what Jasmine is going to do with this. The fact that the 2 ball is makeable is great and all, but what are you going to do? How are you going to get to the 3 even if you come with this big shot here? You can see her studying this because she's definitely going to be looking to play a safety here, I would think. You're not going to gain anything by pocketing this too. Nice shot. She going to get over there. Beautiful. Boy, she is playing some safeties this tournament. Really well done.
Good long look. Remember, there's a 45-second shot clock, 1 extension per rack for the players.
Oh, she was able to hit it. Now speed to get down by to these blockers here. She wants it to stop anytime. That'll work. I think we're going to go to the jump cue here, though.
What was impressive about that to me was obviously the speed, but how close she came to the 3 ball.
Yeah.
When she went by it. I mean, that
would have been
razor
bad
thin.
news.
Yeah.
But here we go. Jump shot over the near full ball on the 7. This is where you don't just, the 2 ball being this close to the pocket, you don't just want to hit this, you want to make this. This could be a huge game changer in this set. Not a bad attempt. Is she going to get away with it? Oh, yeah. Well, Guyang's options, more likely she will come around 2 cushions here. The other option would go 1 rail. But it's always easier. Oh, she's going to jump this. That is a long jump. It's a high jump and it's a long jump. Got to watch that the cue ball stays on the table here. It stayed on the table. Oh, I thought it was heading down towards that 9. All right. Enter back.
Good work. And that ball was in the air a long time from where she hit it.
You bet. Watch
this.
how high and how far she jumped that. Still kept the cue ball on the table. Great touch. Jasmine is looking at where she wants to play this 2 ball. Does she want to hit the left side of it or the right side of it? Try to get a safety out of it at the same time. It's not the easiest from here considering that there are no balls around the 2 ball. The fact that the 5 ball is blocking part of the pocket up in the corner, that could turn out to be a good thing for Jasmine, depending on where she hits this 2 ball to. Hitting with this with some right spin. And look at that. She almost made it. Oh, that would have been big. Not only would she have made it, but she'd have been almost straight in on that 3-ball.
Body English didn't help.
Nice
there.
effort. No.
Yeah.
It does help, just not that one time. All right, I don't see any major issues here at all, Mitch. I think the only one is the 5 to the 6. Being where the 9-ball is, blocking the pocket, you need to get beneath the 7-ball to play it clean in the opposite corner. Well, she just created another problem. Not sure, but it doesn't look like this goes in here. She wanted to be right here on the 3, so she could have played the 3 in the side, then drifted up this way for the 5-ball in the side, 4-ball in the side pocket. But she's got more work to do here if that 4-ball does not pass by the 5 in the corner. It must go. It must go if she played it that way. I doubt she's playing a combination.
Pocket's certainly cut size-wise.
With that 5 looming there. Oh, she had to cheat it. I didn't think that would take it, though.
Wow.
All right, here's a big shot coming up. You can see here she had to cheat the pocket to get past that 5, and somehow by a miracle it decided not to sit there but fall in. Now here is where she would like to be on this shot on the 6. She has an opportunity. She could make this and just draw straight back into this area, right by where she's at right now. Straight back draw to speed. Did she get there? I don't think so. Nope.
So this happens often, Ava, that with one shot every time, it kind of compounds the next shot. A little bit out of position, a little bit out of line, and then you wind up with this kind of issue here.
You go from having an easy out to a bit of a nightmare, and she's going airborne again. Talk about having some confidence with your jump cue and your abilities to jump the ball, control the cue ball. This is another one. Whenever the ball is this close, you got to hit it thin, or the cue ball could easily fly off the table. Oh my goodness, she's making everything that way. How about that shot?
I will just take care of 2 with one jump shot.
I guess she's in a hurry.
Has lead denied. Yeah, she's in a hurry to take the lead in the second set.
Really well done. Just keeping the cue ball on the table, hitting it softly enough to leave the cue ball on the table, but at the same time get over that obstacle. Really well done. Beautiful.
All right, back-to-back racks now for Little Devil Girl. Ga-Young Kim back in the lead in this second set. Jasmine will have the break in rack number 6.
So she won the first set.
Back and forth we go, edging ever closer to the final part of this great event, the WPBA Masters at Soaring Eagle. Again, we can't compliment Soaring Eagle enough for having us the 5th consecutive year that we've had the Masters out here on the WPBA Classic Tour. So much to do. Great facilities, beautiful hotel, fantastic shows. I got to tell you, they have some people coming in here, not just during the spring, but a fantastic country festival coming up over the summer. For those of you that like country music, really a great place out here in mid-Michigan.
They have a lot of great acts. This being obviously the best one, but they have a lot of other great stuff going on up here.
I would of course agree with you. Jasmine Ocean to the table. Rack victories in 4 and 5. With the break here in rack 6. Trying to tie it up against Ga-Young Kim.
Cue ball was flirting with the side pocket, but instead the 7 goes in the corner. And not really a delicious looking shot here on the one. She does have the shot obviously on the one ball here in the corner. Let the cue ball loose a little bit and hope to come out for the two. But it's a very thin cut. It's very much a backwards cut, where again, the way she's been playing today, she is more about a safety potentially in this spot than taking a chance.
That was my bad, of course. Guy Young had rack victories in 4 and 5.
All right, here we go. Let's see if she can get that safety. Well done. I think that in 2 full matches, in 4 races to 5 so far, I think I remember seeing Jasmine miss 1 safety, maybe 2, where they weren't very good safeties. I think that's about it. Out of all the safety play that we've watched, just really, really strong. No, that didn't work at all. She was trying to put a little spin on that so that it could go down on the other side and get snooker her instead. Open shot, at least be able to create something, possibly cut it into the corner for Jasmine.
This has been an interesting second set. First set, Jasmine 5-1. Guy Young with a couple of errors, and Jasmine a really strong first set. Guy Young up here 3-2. Kind of gone back and forth. Both players making some great shots. A little bit out of position here and there, but no clear, real dominant player in the second set.
Take her extension here. This is a tough angle when they're this close together to see this angle on the one ball. You want to step up, you want to get down. Every time you get down, it's going to look funky. So see if she found her spot. She sure did. She sure did. All right, now 2 to the 3. You see here, really stayed down. Now she's still staying down. She waited almost for the ball to fall and really confident, totally committed to each shot. Now here, important to pick a path here. Are you going to try to come this way with a little bit of a reverse spin, or are you going to try to go this way around the 3? If you clip the 3, you're liable to end up with no shot, especially since the 5 is blocking that pocket. So you need to really make sure that you hit this with some determination and pick what path you're going to go. That'll work. As long as you hit the top side of the 3 ball, you knew it was going to get knocked out, and she's got the 3 available in the side pocket.
Again, this is where the mental training comes in it's just so big at this point. To maintain the focus on all these shots as the match wears on, gets tougher and longer.
And it's not just that, but it's difficult to win. It's difficult to believe that you're going to win and believe it's okay for you to win. So as the nerves get in, you start getting closer and closer to the goal. If you're not an experienced winner, that's where you see so many champions in all different sports, but in billiards where somebody comes in second or fourth or third, and the minute they win a tournament, it's like the floodgates open. Now they feel allowed and they feel comfortable with winning. But that's a tough thing. So that's why you see so many times that somebody gets real close and then folds at that point. Another twofer from Jasmine this time. All right. It's 3 balls away from tying this up. She knew she was going to go into the 5 ball. And just went ahead and decided to make it on top of it. Another long tester.
Tell you what, when she's on, she wants to stop. She hit that too good.
Well, this whole rack has been like this.
Her stroke is so pure when it's on.
Yeah.
The follow through, just.
You bet. But this is appropriate. That whole rack was like nothing super major, but the tester after tester after tester. And it's like you said before, once you get a hair out of line, it's difficult to get back in where it's just kind of an automatic rack again. So.
All right, here we go. Huge. This would tie up the second set, should she make it. Guy Young with a chance to get to the hill on the second set. If not, and no problem. And you bet. You saw that reaction for good reason by Jasmine Ocean.
That was a fighting out if I ever saw one. You bet. You bet. And she just stayed with it, and she's about as focused as you can get.
3-3, second set.
All right. Wow. Take a look at this.
See that follow through? I mean, that was what you would call a max follow through. There was no hesitation. She committed to the spot she needed to hit and went all out.
Total trust.
Check this out. All the way out.
And you see that reaction, big.
That's when you kind of tap yourself on the shoulder, and you can go ahead and be proud of yourself there, Jasmine, because that was a good out.
You can see that one took it out of her a little bit. Guy Young has the break in rack number 7.
And Guy Young looks like she's a little bit of a shock there. We got to wake her up. Daydreaming. There you go. Wake up.
Oh, where am I? Wait, I'm at Soaring Eagle. I've won the last 2 years. I'm trying for a third victory.
3-3 with her breaking. She's got the chance here to draw first blood in this tied second set. We'll see if she can create something here. Keep track of that cue ball. Pocket a ball, and you just keep control of the table. Whoa, boy. Here we go. Where's the 2 ball going to land? Oh, look at that. She's sick about that. Great shot she has on the 2 ball. But look where the 4 is. The 3 is gone, and this is where you find the 4. Normally, you appreciate whenever a ball is next to the 9 or near it, where there's a combination, something you can go for. In this case, not so much. That 4 ball. Well, but she might just want to roll this down and then hit and stick. Yeah, she can't do that anymore. That was a little too far. She wanted to be closer to the rail, then she could have hit a good safety out of that. Now, yuck.
That's the technical term.
That's pretty much. That's pretty much what
Yeah.
you've got here. There's not too many other ways of putting it. There's really no good safety from here.
Extension, yes.
If you hit it, I don't know if you think you can hit it thin enough to avoid the scratch. Maybe put a lot of spin on it, sending the 4 ball to the other side, trying to hold the cue ball here with a lot of spin, or sending the cue ball around the table. Well, you know what? In that situation, that's about as good as you can do right there. Off with the cue ball to the other side. Hope the 4 ball stays right there. Put a lot of space between the 4 and the cue ball. It was a good shot in the situation she had. Jasmine taking a look, make sure that 5-ball clears into the corner pocket. Well, this is tough, and the cue ball is literally on the cushion. Sometimes this is good to have a little extension, because obviously you want to just fire this ball in and run out, but you want to take that extra time and say, am I missing a safety? Is there a safety here that I'm just not seeing right away? That's a better bet than going for it.
That has to be a question often asked, I would think.
Yeah.
Is there something that I'm just not?
And usually until you shoot it and you go back to your chair, you turn around and you see it, what you could have done, and you kind of get sick to your stuff, or see it on television afterwards. All right, we'll see if she's going to go ahead and cross bank this for a safety. Yep, that's exactly what she did. She does not want it to hit the 5. All right, not the end of the world. She would have had a snooker there if it avoided the 5, but it was still the correct play. I would have to totally agree with that. Going for that shot, that was a low percentage shot. First thing you're going to do now is look at these 2 balls right here, the 5 and the 7. Those are the blockers. They loom pretty largely there, so you can go ahead and use them to hide behind.
Right
not
back
bad.
at you.
Not bad at all. Jasmine's got some thinking to do. Now she has used her extension, so she's got her 45 seconds to kind of come up with a game plan. Again, 5-7. Split the 2 balls up. And here we go. Can she get behind it? No. She needed to avoid that 9-ball. It's going to be close. It's going to be an easy jump shot. Obviously, a long jump, it's more difficult to make the ball. But she can definitely jump and hit this. If it wouldn't have hit that 9, it would have been dead safety.
Good look from both sides by Guy Young.
Oh, I think she can see it.
Yep.
But she may be playing a safety, cross-banking it.
Yep.
Trying to get the cue ball behind the 9. That didn't work out. All right.
I think Jasmine's going to have a shot at this 4 here.
Well,
Finally, after 1, 2, 3, 4 safeties.
Well, Jasmine definitely won the safety war. Now we'll see if she can take advantage of it here. Shooting this 4-ball into the side pocket. Just tap it on in there. 5-ball goes in the other side pocket. If she can hit it softly enough. If not, she's going to have to move around the table and come up with a different game plan here. She's going to have a fairly full hit on this 4-ball. See if she can make it here to play it in the corner. Again, 3 options here. Do you go for the combo? Do you cut the 5-ball in the right-hand corner? Or do you just go the safe way? Roll up the cue ball, try to freeze it on the 7, and just lag that 5-ball onto the rail. There you go.
Patience once again by Jasmine. Pulling back, safety play. It's been a theme for so much of what this
That's true.
the semifinals and the final have been about. Pretty easy to tell Guy Young's reaction.
And we know how good she is at kicking, but this is not that easy of a one, and especially not getting a safety out of it. Hitting it is one thing. Creating something, making the ball, getting a safety, that's a totally different story. Looks like she's going for it. 1, 2, oh. By trying to make it, she overdid it a little bit. She was going for making it, not just hitting it. We'll see now if Jason can hold it together. Just barely misses it. A couple of millimeters away from at least making contact with the 5-ball. And she had to hit it on that side, extremely on that side, in order to be able to cut it in from there.
Okay, 4 balls on the table for Jasmine, now 3.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Sorry, look at how hard she hit that. That was like it went off in her hand. She came way across. Instead of having an easy little cut here to come out, thin, thin, tough cut. Nicely done. Cool under pressure there.
Coming down that table, it sure didn't look like that was going to fall.
No, it looked like she
Really
overcut
looked
it,
like
didn't it?
she had a little too much away from the inside of that point.
All right, some low left here. Draw it back. Boy, does she have some confidence right now, like there's no doubt.
That was a pretty confident stroke. This 9 for the hill. And back-to-back racks for Jasmine Ocean. Winner of the first set 5-1 with the break in rack number 8 of the second set. That rack, should she win, would give her the title here in 2015. Can she hold it together and pull this off? Ga-Young Kim, again, has won the last 2 events here at Soaring Eagle, trying for a three-peat, pretty much unheard of. But her work clearly cut out for her now. She needs something to happen here in this 8th rack. She needs to pick up a couple more, and then we would have a sudden death tiebreaker. So a lot on the line in rack number 8. Mitch Lawrence and the 2012 Masters champion, BCA Hall of Famer, Ava Lawrence. Been a great week for us here. Always privileged to be able to watch the greatest players.
Here we go.
It really has been a great week, all the way around. Like I said earlier in the telecast, it's one of our all-time favorite places in the history of the WPBA. We have been an awful lot of places in the United States throughout the years since 1995. So this is 1993. This is a great venue. All right, here we go. Chance to end it right here without Ga-Young even get a chance to get to the table. Strong break. Whoa, that 9-ball was alive, wasn't it? It just headed in the wrong direction. All right, back to the push out, it looks like. I don't know, she has an opening. If she can get by this 5-ball right here, cutting the 1 into the corner pocket, it's a bit of a wild shot, especially considering the way Jasmine has played this whole tournament. She has not taken too many chances. I don't even think she can hit it all the way across to cut it in. It's going to be close. Here we go.
Takes her extension.
Good time to do that. And the fact that the score is 4-3, it's not like she is way ahead and on the hill and it's almost over. You got to remember that Ga-Young needs 2 games to be back into it, where all of a sudden it's just a sudden death rack. So there's never a chance or time to let up even the slightest in this format. All right, here it comes. Cue ball. Cue ball's safe. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here is a billiard opportunity, a combination opportunity, one or the other that I know Guyang cannot pass up. You see the combination right here. The beauty of this too is a two-way shot. If you hit this combination solid, the one ball is going to stay down here somewhere. The cue ball is going to go to the other side of the table. The cue ball being on the angle it is from the one, it's not an easy combination, but there's no way I could pass this up in a million years.
And a shot maker like Guyang,
you got to go. Little help from the 6, no. But that two-way shot, did it work? Well, it looks like she can hit the one ball, but can she make the combo? I think she's going to have to, if she can hit the one, it's going to be have to rail first. But look at this right here. She did not hit that very well. She undercut it. Looked for a second there that the 9 was going to go off the 6 ball. And Jasmine is snookered, it looks like, on this one ball. She would love to get the 1 away from the 9, come from behind here, drift the cue ball behind the 8 and 6, and knock the 1 on the other side. She failed to do that, but she might still might be able to get a good safety out of it. Not good enough for now. That'll work.
fascinating back and forth, really.
Yeah, just, you know, they're just playing at such a superb level right now. It's really enjoyable to watch. Jasmine looks beyond solid. And, you know, Guyang hasn't made many mistakes. It's just one of those where Jasmine just looks unbreakable right now. She takes advantage of every little mistake that Guyang makes. Guyang plays a good safety, Jasmine gets out of it, and vice versa as well. But it just, I'm really impressed with Jasmine's play right now.
And this is a tough position. You saw Guyang get up on the table. She's got the jump cue. But it's a very, very awkward position to try to jump this ball.
Definitely, and I don't know what she's trying to gain from it either. I would rather see, I would prefer to shoot a kick shot here, try to come up with a safety. This is a, obviously you're not going to make the one ball in the corner. Bank doesn't look available. And like you said, the angle she's coming in from, I guess she was trying to make it. How about that 9? Oh, and she got away with one right there. Jasmine can hit the 1. She might even be able to curve around the 2 a little bit, but I'm pretty sure she has no dead clear shot at the 1 ball right here. Just how many times
a little
have we
bit of body
seen
English
that?
with the cue right there.
Just enough. Just enough. Take another look at it here. She had to hit it thick with a little bit of right spin to spin it in, and it looked like it wasn't going to fall, but somehow gravity just pulled it back into that pocket. And now Jasmine has this tournament in her hands now if she can hold it together. Table is fairly open. The key here is to get on this 4 ball. She wants that to stop. All right, here we go. The 4 ball will only go easily into one pocket.